Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and welcome to AFT's Home for the Holidays, which is AFT's version of the 12 Days of Christmas for the era of downsizing. That's true. Instead of giving you all 12 days of Christmas, we're only giving you days 5 through 9 and without health care benefits. Because of the recession, we've also had to downsize our humor. Originally, we were planning to have stuff that was going to be truly hilarious, and instead we have to settle for the mildly amusing. I'll give you an example here. So, Eric, what do snowmen eat for dinner?
I have no idea.
Iceburgers.
Ooh.
I told you. So,
That's a pretty good example.
Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, if they had kids, what would they call the kids?
I don't know.
Dependent clauses. Well, one more here. What do they call someone who is afraid of Santa Claus?
I know this one. Claustrophobic.
That's very good. Okay. Well, there's lots more where that came from. But before we get to that, one of the great things about downsizing this show is you don't have to sit through any verses about partridges and pear trees and leaping lords and all that. But we did want to give you a song about doves, since they figure so prominently this time of year. And we're going to do a little song here that I actually wrote on the way back from a ski trip last year. I was thinking for some reason about doves, mourning doves, and I was wondering, why do mourning doves mourn? And I came up with the cockeyed explanation. There actually is a reason they mourn. Only the male doves mourn, and it actually has to do with breeding, of course. But I thought a much more interesting explanation was these male doves are seriously clinically depressed. They believe their lovers have left them and they're not coming back, and so they have these maladaptive beliefs, and that's why they're crying all day. See, that's the kind of explanation only a psychologist could come up with. So we'd like to present to you this little song about the bummed out doves. And this will be on our forthcoming CD, the one that's so forthcoming we haven't even started recording it yet.
7 years in the making.
Exactly. So this is called The Morning
Just kidding.
Dove song. You ready? 1, 2, go. Sad old dove sat high up in an oak, crying out his heart was truly broke. Have I lost the one who's born to be my mate? How can I live if this shall be my fate? So the west wind whispered to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dawn. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have her constant love. Sad old dove, he wailed the whole world round, from sun up till the weary sun went down. Help me please, I've lost my lover's heart. How can I live if we shall be apart? So the west wind whispered to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dove. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have her constant love. sparrows, they snuggle in their nest. The bluebird holds his darling to his breast. The crows sing their devotion every dawn. Still the mourning dove believes his love is gone. So the west wind whispered to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dove. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have her constant love. So the west wind whispered to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dove. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have her constant love. Thank you.
Thank you. That's one of Doc's originals. That's a beautiful song, Doc. Really love that.
Well, thank you.
Well, this next song is appropriate for the show. It's called Home for the Holidays. And maybe sometime while we sing this song, maybe we'll have some spontaneous sing-along. We handed out some lyrics. I think it's in your program. So, I think they only printed the chorus, but if you know the other part, sing. Why not? Join in. I hope you like this. This is one of my all-time favorites. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. Sounded good. I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly face, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. Met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. Thank you. Nice singing.
So we want to do a song here about a Swede from northern Wisconsin who takes a little sleigh ride, and things don't go so well for him. To introduce the song, I wanted to come up with a Swedish Christmas joke, and I actually only know one, so it's not the best joke in the world, but here you go. Ole and Lena have gotten very old. They're in their 90s now, and they're sitting around in front of their fireplace and in their rocking chairs, and Ole leans over to Lena and he says, Lena, whatever happened to our intimate relations? And Lena says, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't think this year we even got a Christmas card from him.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one there, Doc.
So, this will sound superficially like a song you know. My wife says to me, let's not take the old coupe. Hitch up once again that one-horse open sleigh. The horse looks awful mad. If he could talk, he'd say, you'll be sorry you hitched me to a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. It ain't so fun as it used to be in that one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. I should have worn long underwear in that one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow, the cold wind in my face. I can't hold a horse, he thinks he's in a race. He kicks snow on us, it hits us in the chest. I bet that we're the coldest Swedes in the whole darn Middle West. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. My wife sure hates sleigh bells since we rode that one-horse sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. We're too old for riding in a one-horse open sleigh. Give us some jingle there. Eric Lewis. Night is awful dark. I can't see past my nose. I can't blink my eyes. My eyeballs must be froze. I can't hear my wife yell. I can't see her face. I guess I must have lost her when we turned at the Janssen place. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. I nearly caught pneumonia in that one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. I wouldn't make brass monkeys ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you. Of course, Christmas is most special to children, and I don't know if you heard about the two boys who had to go over to their grandparents' house on Christmas Eve, and they were very excited, a younger and an older boy, and the younger one was praying upstairs in their bedroom, and he was saying, Dear Lord, please bring me an iPod. Dear Lord, please bring me an Xbox. And his older brother said to him, why are you praying so loud? God isn't deaf. And the younger brother said, yes, but Grandma is. So I mentioned this childhood connection because this is a song I learned when I was a kid. It's always been one of my favorite Christmas carols, and we're going to sing it for you here. This is called Crater of the Stars of Night.
And this is also, we do an instrumental version of this on our Christmas CD.
We do, actually, although this version will not be.
That's right. It'll be different.
Just to mix it up. Here.
Yeah. Just trying to fool you.
Okay. 1, 2. Creator of the stars of night, thy people's everlasting light. O Christ, thou Savior of us all, we pray thee, hear us when we call. To thee the travail deep was known, that made the whole creation groan. You came, O monarch, to set free the world in glorious liberty. As this old world drew on toward night, you came, but not in splendor bright, not as a monarch, but a child of Mary, blameless mother mild. At your great name of Jesus now, all knees must bend, all hearts must bow. All things on earth with one accord, like those in heaven, call you Lord. Creator of the stars of night, thy people's everlasting light. O Christ, thou Savior of us all, we pray thee, hear us when we call. Thank you.
Back in 2007, many of you know this already, that I performed with AFT as part of the John Prine show, Fish and Whistle. Woo-hoo. And if it had been at Christmas time, we would have done this song. This was not in that show, but figured it seemed appropriate considering it's Christmas time, and this is one that John Prine wrote called Silent Night All Day Long. There's a pine tree in a window in a house on a hill, with a treetop angel sitting perfectly still. She's watching the shoppers walk through the snow, with their arms full of treasure and their arms all aglow. We held hands and stared at the lights on the tree, as if Christmas was invented just for you and for me. When the angel on the treetop requested a song, we sang Silent Night all day long. There's a family that's gathering in some living room. Dinner on the table's been cooking since noon. The stockings are hanging with care, while everybody is saying a prayer. We held hands and stared at the lights on the tree, as if Christmas was invented just for you and for me. When the angel on the treetop requested a song, we sang Silent Night all day long. There's a room out there somewhere with a woman in a chair, with memories of childhood still lingering there. How pretty the paper, the lights and the snow. How precious those memories of long, long ago. We held hands and stared at the lights on the tree, as if Christmas was invented just for you and for me. When the angel on the treetop requested a song, we sang Silent Night all day long. When the angel on the treetop requested a song, we sang Silent Night all day long. Thank you. Thank you very much. All righty. Oh, yes. Time to switch over it.
You're going to switch over. While Eric switches, I'm going to tell you a terribly amusing joke. It's New Year's week, of course. A woman takes a little nap on New Year's Eve afternoon, and when she wakes up, she runs to her boyfriend and says with great excitement, "You'll never believe it. I dreamed that at midnight, at the stroke of midnight, you gave me a diamond ring." And he says, "Well, we'll just have to wait till midnight to see what that means, huh?" So she waits expectantly all day, and finally the stroke of midnight happens. He hands her a present. She unwraps it with a great excitement. It's a book called The Meaning of Dreams.
That's my favorite. That's good. All right. And we're
doing actually up a.
Go ahead.
Well, Eric has a little CD out there that has this song on it.
That's right. And another song that Doc helped me write. This is called Off to Lambeau. Thank you. Thanks.
Well, this next song is
Really fast.
this is a Christmas carol that's always been one of my favorites. It's about shepherds, and you know, when my girlfriend Jody and I were driving back up from Milwaukee on Sunday night to get ready for the show, and I was thinking about what I would say about this song, the more I thought about it, I had a real revelation, Eric.
You did?
I did, yes. I was shocked to realize the tremendous percentage of Christmas songs that are about sheep. I'm perfectly serious. You know, a tremendous, like in tonight's show alone, there are at least 3 or 4 songs that mention sheep. We're not going to sing the words to them, so you can't really confirm that independently, but take my word for it. They do talk about sheep. And it's not just minor Christmas carols that are about sheep. I mean, major league carols that everyone knows. Silent Night mentions sheep, and Angels We Have Heard and High, and so on. And this particular song, I counted, there's actually 6 references to sheep in this song, which is particularly amazing because this song only has 2 verses and a chorus, which averages out to 2 sheep per stanza, which is a pretty heavy quotient of sheep, I think you have to admit. I mean, you know, if
a lot of sheep.
If you were to turn on local radio, WDOR, or WBDK, The Lodge or something, you could probably go 6 or 7 songs without them even mentioning sheep. Let alone 6 references to sheep in a single song. I mean, that just doesn't happen. And the more I thought about this, you know, Christmas time it's really kind of the ascendance on the world stage of sheep. It's the place where they really play the bleeding role. I mean, you know, in the rest of world history and culture, you really don't hear that much about sheep. I mean, take for example, the Homeric epics, you know, the beginning of Western civilization. Would the Greeks have attacked Troy by being inside the Trojan sheep? I don't think so. It doesn't sound right, you know. Or, you know, Nathan Hale, for example, you know, famous quote from the American Revolution. Would it sound right if he had said, "I only regret that I have but one sheep to give to my country"? Or Rhett Butler, you know, in his famous quote. Would this really have made sense if he had said to Scarlett, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a ram"? And, you know, it's not just the Christmas songs that have a lot of sheep. I mean, Christmas is just permeated with sheep. Yeah, I mean, you know, think about it. I mean, a Christmas carol. Would Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol make sense without the famous line, "Bah humbug"? Or what would Mexicans say to themselves, to each other at Christmas time if they couldn't say Feliz Navidad? And I'm guessing there's not a person in the house tonight who hasn't at one point during this season turned to a friend and said, "Merry Christmas to you." So it's really kind of rampant when you think about it.
I can't see.
There's more I could say about sheep, but you know, maybe we'll save some of this for later and just do this song because.
We hope you're having fun.
Yes.
We sure are.
So here's the song with 6 references to sheep. Rise up, you know, my girlfriend. I'll just say one more thing about sheep. My girlfriend Jody said, you know, it's really appropriate that it was sheep. You know, I mean. Think if it had been like, "Rise up, goat herd, and follow." You know, would that have the right ring to it? I don't think so. You know, it really had to be sheep somehow to make it work. Okay, so here's.
Sorry. I really can't see. Okay.
So we're gonna try this anyway. There's a star in the east on Christmas morn. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. It'll lead to the place where the Savior's born. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your flock, leave your lambs. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your ewes, leave your rams. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. If you take good heed of the angel's word, Rise up, shepherd, and follow. You'll forget your flock, you'll forget your herd. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your sheep and leave your lambs. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your ewes, leave your rams. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your sheep, leave your lambs. I told you. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your ewes, leave your rams. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Okay, well, we have a special guest with us this evening. We're very excited. This woman has worked for AFT, for Isadora, for the Door County Idol. Please welcome to the stage Ms. Holly Feldman.
Thank you, thank you.
How are you doing, Holly?
I'm doing well. I really hope I don't have any lyrics with sheep in it today.
Really?
Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to take it as seriously.
Is the song you're singing tonight about sheep?
I think I have maybe one or two in there, yep.
It's even in the title, isn't it? It's in the bleat midwinter. That may have crossed a line.
Yeah.
So you're going to be singing in the bleak midwinter, is that right?
That's right, that's right.
Good. Well, and I think we can proceed with that as soon as I put down my water.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. can I give him? Give him my heart. Thank you.
Lovely. So how's the Christmas season been going for you, Holly?
It's great. It's great having little children in the house is loads of fun, and they have all sorts of great jokes that just
do
like
they?
the ones you've been mentioning all
Really?
night.
Really, it's hard to believe that those jokes could be considered juvenile.
Do you want to hear the latest one?
Please.
Okay. It's not very Christmassy, but knock knock.
Who's there?
No one.
No one who?
It's from a 7-year-old. What can I say? I thought it was pretty good.
That is new, yes.
Yeah.
We did a lot of knock-knock jokes in Sunsets and S'mores this summer. We didn't hear that one at all. So that's cutting edge knock-knock humor.
Yeah.
You hear it, AFT, folks. So you're going to do a song here from one of our most popular shows. That's right, Lumberjacks in Love.
Yep. What year did that come out, I'm thinking?
That premiered in 1996
Okay.
and has been done, I think, 7 times since, something like that. Quite a few. Yes?
Yes.
Hugely popular.
I like to say I grew up watching AFT, but I hate to make Doc feel old. So I told him that I'm just trying to make myself feel young. It's the opposite way. So I listened to this song, 1996. I was still in high school, well, just out of high school. So this was a great song. I always thought one day I would be able to play that role, and I would go up and have them sign my little book at the end of shows. And I'm way too old to play this role now. But here I am going to sing it for you tonight. So it's a dream come true.
Poetic justice. Okay, so we all set?
Yeah. My mother died when I was 5, blow winds of morning. My father came down from the north, blow you winds, hi-yo. He said a lumber camp, it's no place to raise a kid. I shouldn't take you back with me, but then of course he did. Blow winds of morning, blow north wind, blow. Now hide your hair up in a hat, blow winds of noontime, and put your cotton dress away, blow you winds, hi-yo. He said that I should wear denim trousers and a vest. Let no one know that you're a girl, and you can guess the rest. Blow winds of noontime, blow north wind, blow. My father's gone, I am alone. Blow winds of evening, and you can see that I have grown. Blow you winds, hi-yo. And I really can't imagine what it is that women do. Slim, I have no way of knowing, but I think I may love you. Blow winds of evening, north wind, tell me what to do. Blow north wind, blow. Thank you for letting me do that.
Nice job, Holly.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me do that.
Absolutely.
You made a dream come true. It's a Christmas miracle.
We're going to do another song about livestock. It's not about sheep, but actually this is an original song that I also wrote fairly recently. You know, you hear so many songs about I've been in love with you since I first set eyes on you, or I've been in love with you since our first kiss. But it's very rare to hear a song I've been in love with you since prior to the time when we were both incarnated as human beings. You know, when we were other mammals. And that's what this song is about. This song is actually, I'd like to dedicate it to my most beloved mare, the filly who makes my life complete. This is called Wild Horses, and I'm going to send this out to Jody, who's here tonight. So, are we ready to give this one a try?
Give it a shot.
Okay. Love it when you toss your auburn hair like a palomino pawing at the air. And I think, could it be I knew you long ago, before this worn-out world fell into woe? Wild horses running on the plain, wild horses in the wind and rain, wild horses running on the hill, wild horses. And you're a wild horse too. You flash your Appaloosa eyes like a frightened filly when the thunder flies. I wonder, long before this callous age of men, did we roam some lonesome sagebrush prairie when we were wild horses running on the plain, wild horses in the wind and the rain, wild horses running down the hill, wild horses. And you're a wild horse still. Your piece of ground, a defiant mare, unbridled and unbound. Is that why you canter through your days and love me with my stubborn stallion ways? Tell me, wild horses running down the plain, wild horses in the wind and rain, wild horses running down the hill, horses. And you're a wild horse too. Wild horses running down the plain, wild horses in the wind and rain, wild horses running down the hill, wild horses. And you're a wild horse too. Wild horses running down the plain, wild horses in the wind and rain, wild horses running down the hill, wild horses. And you're a wild horse.
Yeah.
Thank you. Back to sheep. I know you're really interested in hearing, but no, you're not really, but would you like to hear my favorite sheep joke?
Sure.
See, such a cooperative audience.
Yes.
Has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's my favorite sheep joke. Okay, so these two guys are going through a forest, and they come across a giant hole in the ground. And it seems so deep they can't figure out, if it even has a bottom. So they take a rock and they throw it in, and they don't hear it land. They take a stick, throw it in, they don't hear it land. And then one of them says, hey, here's a railroad tie. So they pick up the railroad tie together, and they toss it into this hole. And still, they don't hear it land, and they think this is pretty amazing, and they're sitting around chatting about this when suddenly a sheep comes running by extremely fast and jumps into the hole. And they're shocked. Why would a sheep do this? And they're trying to figure this out, talking about it, when suddenly a farmer comes by, and he says, hey, fellas, did you see my sheep? And they said, well, as a matter of fact, we did see a sheep. A sheep just came through here, and for some reason it jumped into this giant hole. And the farmer said, oh, that couldn't be my sheep. My sheep was chained to a railroad tie. So. So that's probably all we need to say about sheep for the moment. And
which leads us to this next tune.
Yeah. This song doesn't mention sheep, but this is one of my also another favorite Christmas carol from our youth. This is called "Unto Us a Child is Born." 1, 2. Thank you. Well, one of the great things about the holiday season, of course, is that the Packers have gotten into the playoffs. Yes, we're all excited about that. Yay! And this is exciting not just for the usual reasons, but also because it's creating a big bump in employment in Wisconsin. All the counties are putting on extra EMTs to deal with all the heart attacks that are going to occur in the fourth quarter. So we're going to do a song here that Eric and I wrote together.
That's right, and this is one to get a lot of requests for, and we don't always get to do this, so it seemed like an appropriate time considering we're getting to work together on the show. And so if you've heard this before, hope you like it, and if you haven't heard it, I hope you like it.
And you can join with us in the appropriate places. You'll figure it out where that is.
It's easy. You'll get it. All right. I love the Packers. I love the Packers. I love those Packers up there in Green Bay. Well, I'm a Packer fan from Memphis town. It's hard to watch the Packers from way down in Memphis, where I make my scene, 'cause nobody cares for the gold and green. On Sunday, I'm always in a bind. On TV, the Titans are all I find, except for maybe a Cowboys loss or commercials for barbecue sauce. Well, still it's been my lifelong dream to go to Lambeau and see my team defeat their opponents on the sacred ground where Vince's Warriors once were found. Now to get Packer tickets, I won't lie, usually somebody's gotta die. Leave them to you in their will. I wondered who I'd have to kill to see the Packers, to see the Packers, to see those Packers up there in Green Bay. Well, fortunately, I did not need to commit any illegal deed. I got a dear old Uncle Gino who lives in Wisconsin by Wabeno. One day Gino, God rest his soul, he drove to Casco just to bowl. Had a stroke over in lane 3, and he left his Packer tickets to me. Well, I could hardly contain my joy. I jumped up and down like a little boy, climbed in my van and I hit the trail. Finally see that holy grail, Lambeau. Yeah, I'm going to Lambeau. I'm going to Lambeau up there in Green Bay. Well, I pulled into Lambeau feeling fine. It was standing there like a holy shrine. Though I'd got there on the dot, there was nobody in the parking lot. So I drove around trying to find if somebody could calm my mind. Surely I'm not the only one who wants to watch Aaron Rodgers having some fun. Well, after I'd searched high and low, I found this fella a-blowing snow. Looked just about as old as sin. Bratwurst juice ran down his chin. Well, after I explained to him my plight, he said,
Oh yeah, the Pack, they have a game today, all right. It'll start about noon, you see. They're taking on the Titans down in Tennessee.
That's in Nashville. They're playing in Nashville. The Packers are playing in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, there's a lesson for lovers of Green Bay when you go see those Packers play. If you don't want my nightmare, make sure the Packers are actually there. I love the Packers. We love the Packers. We love those Packers up there in Green Bay.
Join along with us.
We love the Packers. We love the Packers. We love those Packers up there in Green Bay. Or wherever they play. Thank you. I spend a lot of time at home, but on the road as well. But lately I've been at home in Memphis, and I get to spend a good deal of time actually playing in a blues band these days with a guy named Earl the Pearl. Yeah, Earl the Pearl Banks and People of the Blues. But anyway, we got to play on Bill Street every Wednesday this past month. And he does, actually it's a Charles Brown song that we learned off of a B.B. King record. And this is not going to sound anything like Charles Brown or B.B. King. But I just like the song so much, I thought I might try it on you guys. And hopefully you'll like it. And hopefully my contact will help me out here. It's called Please Come Home for Christmas. Bells will be ringing the glad, glad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friends to wish me greetings once again. Choirs will be singing silent night, Christmas carols by candlelight. Please come home for Christmas, if not for Christmas, New Year's night. Friends and relations send salutations. Oh, sure as the stars shine above, this is Christmas, Christmas, my dear, the time of year to be with the one you love. Then won't you tell me you were never more wrong? Christmas and New Year's find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, 'cause I'll be happy, happy once again. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to have Howie come back up and join us now. Yay! So I imagine many of you are probably experiencing what I am this time of year, which is that you ate a little bit more than you would have cared to over the holidays.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
And, I've been feeling a little guilty about that. So I called up my friend who knows the most about this subject, Leo de Wortziger. How many of you have seen Belgians in Heaven? Quite a few of you, sounds like? Okay. Well, if you haven't, Leo de Wortziger is a Belgian farmer who's a character in Belgians in Heaven. And he has a talking chicken named Mildred as his best friend. And, Leo is in times past, they might have referred to Leo as overweight or even obese, but now I understand the correct term is horizontally abled. So he's a rather large man, and, he has a lot of struggles with his weight. I mean, he told me, gosh, he got on the scale the other day, and instead of finding a number at the top end of the scale, it said, "To be continued." And then a friend of him has called up and pretended to be a representative of Verizon, said he'd heard that Leo had gotten so big that he deserved his own area code. So it's pretty bad. He has to deal with this all the time. And so he decided to write a song to explain his relation to Christmas food. And he'd like you to join along. This is a song many of you have heard if you've seen Belgians. It's Cheese, Curds, Booyah, and Beer are the chorus. They're in your little handout, but we've got a few new lyrics to go with this. Yes? We ready? I ate too much this holiday, that's always how she goes. I had so much pfeffernuss, I cannot see my toes. I'll pass a Russian tea cake, and I gotta try it. But now it's time I get back to my normal healthy diet. Cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. That's what I like to hear. I may be kind of pokey, but I'll say okie dokie to cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. Drinking Tom and Jerry's did not help my constitution, or the eggnog that I made with Mildred's contribution. All them fancy snickerdoodles sure do taste delicious, but now I gotta return to what truly is nutritious. Cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. That's what I like to hear. I may be kind of pokey, but I'll say okie dokie to cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. The way I see it, cheese curds, they are yummy. They're good alongside any kind of brew. They really make a party in your tummy. And I hear they got a little protein too. It's easy at this time of year to go and eat it all. But if you do, you soon could be as wide as you are tall. So let's all make a vow this year to exercise our muscles before we end up with a hinder half the size of Brussels. Cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. That's what I like to hear. I may be kind of pokey, but I'll say okie dokie to cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. One more time for Leo. Cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. That's what I like to hear. I may be kind of pokey, but I'll say okie dokie to cheese, curds, booyah, cheese, curds, booyah, cheese, curds, booyah, and beer. Thank you very much.
And it's also time for another sing-along.
It's time for another song. We've got 2 more songs here. They're both sing-alongs. We'd love it if you join with us on them. And I think you probably know both of them. First one's going to be Silent Night. Holly's going to take the lead on this, but we all want to sing this together. So without further ado... Okay, we have one last song here. We want to join you on this. We want you to join us, or we'll join you, I guess is another way of putting that. This is Go Tell It on the Mountain. Before we end, we just want to say thank you all for coming out and supporting AFT. We really appreciate it. Thanks to all the 18 merchants who have supported the show here in Door County.
And all the volunteers.
All our volunteers.
David
Dave
Alley
Alley for his great job. And you probably know that Kay Chrisman, our managing director, is leaving us very, very soon, and she's here tonight. We want to send out a big round of love to Kay Chrisman, who's helped guide us for well over a decade.
Kay. Hey, Kay. I'm going to miss you. Yeah. I sure hope so.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming, and join us on this last song here. You're going to lead us off, right?
Yeah.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
When I was a seeker, sought both night and day, I asked the Lord to help me, and He showed me the way.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
While shepherds camp there watching over
in a lowly manger, the humble Christ was born. And God sent us salvation that blessed Christmas morn. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Oh, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. God bless. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much.